it was pretty funny, that post that you threw up about those guys that had threatened to, they were going to go to Florida and kill that sheriff. Yeah. And so he went and met them at the airport, and they were all looking at their shoes. I've seen that look before. I was playing hockey, and we had a guy with us, and the other team, they were talking a lot of smack leading up to the game. And one of our boys put a dirty licking on one of their players, and then he skated by their bench, and they were all looking at their skates. They wouldn't look up and see. It's the same look, right? When you, which leads me to one of the rules of the internet. This is something that everybody should keep in mind. Never say something online that you would not say to somebody's face, because that can catch up on you, Greg.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it true? That's the most important message out there, Mike, is whatever you click on your keyboard is there for eternity. You know, what a big lesson to learn. But on the confrontation thing, it's incredible. You call them keyboard cowboys. You know, there's an entire generation of just scaredy cat people who are in their mother's basement, right, being tough guys, Mike, right, on their keyboard. But just like, I love that video of the sheriff, because I think it was Volusia County in Florida, and this guy, he looked like a pretty big, tough guy, had threatened this sheriff, I think online or whatever, to kill him, right?
Yeah,
so the sheriff meets him at the airport.
Yeah.
Meets him at the airport, bottom of the escalator, said, "Hey, dude, how are you, man? Do you still want to kill me?" Right? Yeah. And the guy folded like a cheap suit, Mikey, and that's what all these kids are now.
They even said hi to him. They were like, "Hey, how are you?"
Exactly. You know, I'll tell you what, seriously, because you know I'm a heavily involved and focused on law enforcement here. You know, so that I follow the sheriffs. You know, I got a sheriff down here, buddy, and stuff. But I'll tell you what, I saw a video on it was probably Cops or Live PD a while back. And it was a domestic abuse situation where the cops made a call to a house. And those are terrible situations. You know that, Mikey. They can turn out terribly, those domestic abuse. But wife got pretty beat up by her husband, okay?
Yeah.
And I think it's the mandatory trailer park they're making the police call on, right? But anyhow, watching this big cop, and it moved me a little bit, because this cop got the stories here, and then he took this guy aside, professionally, Mike, but he took this guy aside and he said, "One day you're going to have to fight someone your own size, and it might be me." And very much like the face-to-face confrontation we're talking about, this guy folded like a cheap suit with this cop after he beat up his wife.
Yeah.
So there you go. Let's go face-to-face here, boys. That's what life's all. This is what to teach a younger generation here. Say it to my face, or don't say it at all.